Still on the topic of the Muscle Car Masters from Eastern Creek earlier in the year, at the start of the series we brought you the coverage of this terrible accident at the infamous Turn 1 at Eastern Creek, which took out the cars of Bruce Kett, Shane Johnson and Mandy Sinclair all in one go. Well, the legends at Moselle Panel and Paint stepped up and offered to repair the cars.
She was pretty stuffed, that's for sure, but yeah, it comes out as most of it was all material stuff on the outside, and everything's pretty much unboltable off. Had to repair a bit of the firewall and things, bits and pieces like that, but a lot of the parts have all been donated by other people around the place, so which is quite handy. I had to give it a bit of a pull first with the, as you see, it's on the chassis machine at the moment, so we had to give it a bit of a pull. Like you can see the chassis just over on the side here, that's yeah, pretty stuffed. So. We picked up these other panels from Chuck's, the new bits. It took it all on this front rail here. That was in the first accident piece, and then as you look down the side of it, that's where the Commodore came around and took out the arse end and the door. But the initial crash was on this front nose here, just like new again it will be.
And you can see from these progress shots that the car is taking little steps all the time to looking absolutely mint again. And while we haven't got any progress shots of owner Bruce Kett, we understand that he's also taking little steps to looking like new again. And we can now bring you some previously unseen footage from on board the car of Andrew Turner as he loses it into Turn 1. Shane Johnson goes off in avoidance, look at the left-hand side of the screen, and then whack! Bruce Kett comes through, followed by Mandy Sinclair. Well, that's how the crash unfolded. Let's take a look at how Moselle Panel and Paint unfolded Shane's car.
When I first looked at it, I thought, hey, it'll be a mission to fix, but you can fix it, yes. The engine had come back right into the firewall, and the centre tunnel had actually came up in a great big hump like this, and we put jacks from the roof down onto the tunnel and to push it back into line, and had jacks onto the pillar, pulling it sideways and forward all at the same time. Each one of those rams is putting out 10 tonne. So you double your chains and you'll have 20 tonne on each pull. Get the car square, and then you start chopping pieces off, like it'll get a new cowl panel, new pillar down through here, across the top of the sill. Shane was a bit upset about the engine. Left-hand engine mount had gone through the side of the block. We've got data sheets of all the cars, and you can put them up on chassis machine, and then you pull the car to back to manufacture specs, and if it needs a new chassis rail, you can actually put a new chassis rail right through the vehicle. It'll be as strong as it ever was. Mandy's car was, yeah, that was the easiest out of the lot. She's, oh, my car's wrecked and that, and I said, don't worry, Mandy, I'll fix it for you. It's easy.
And the results speak for themselves. Here's Mandy's car, back in operation only just last weekend at Pukekohe. And we look forward to seeing the Camaro of Bruce and Shane's Mustang back on New Zealand tracks real soon. Big ups, Moselle Panel and Paint, you guys seriously do rock. Smith's Group has car care products for you. The Ultimate Maguire's Pack and the new line Extreme Performance range. To win these great products, just go to v8.co.nz and hit win stuff. As you should now be well aware, the NZDRA National Championships are well underway, and the Northern Nationals at Fram Autolight Dragway a couple of weeks ago gave us some awesome action to kick things off. Our job here at NZV8 TV is to check out what's new and hot this season, and this car is certainly that.
It's a 1962 Chevy bubble top. It's got a 572 Chevy engine in it. I've got Chryslers and Fords and Chevs, so I like them all. I've only run a car a couple of times since I've owned it, and my best so far is a 9.2, but I'd really like to do a high 8 if I could. It's only 1,200 kilos. It goes real straight, and it's fun. When the light goes orange, I just stomp the gas and hope for the best.
Meet successful businessman, best-selling author, qualified lifeguard, Olympic gold medalist, black belt, race car champion, qualified pilot, scuba diver, motivational speaker and all-round overachiever, Tony Christianson.
I've done a lot of motorsports, obviously sprint cars, saloon cars, now drag racing, and it's just different. It's just, the thing I like about drag racing is it's so precise. Like, you've got to turn up with everything organised. You've got to turn up with the car square, you've got to turn up with the right engine, you've got to turn up with the right trans, and then you've got to put the package together to do one run. Well, it's in your face. That's what I like about it. You know, there's just you, the tree and the track. And then you decide to race the other guy at the other lane if you get a chance. It's a little old 355 Chevy on alcohol, carburetted alcohol. pretty basic really. Could be a lot more, and in fact next year I'd like to put a blower on if I can, because I think all nostalgia cars have to have a blower. You might have a guy in the other lane and he'll be on a higher dial than you, so he's gone and you're still sitting waiting for your light, and you see this guy go and it takes everything for you not to go, because you think that you're doing it wrong and you're still waiting for that green to come on, and then you've got to run him down at the other end. Look, for me, who to beat, I've got to beat myself first. You know, that's why I like doing this, because I'm racing myself, the track, the car, the light, and then when I finish that, I'll look at racing the guy in the other lane.
Subscribe to NZV8 magazine in the next 10 days, mention you saw this ad, and you can go in the draw to win one of 2 Formula Challenge Racing V8 driver training experiences at Hampton Downs. Just text V8 to 244, and as an added bonus, subscribe for 1 or 2 years and receive a Smith's Group product bag worth $100. Just text V8 to 244 to win. Some people think drag racing is easy, just drive a car in a straight line. Well, you know, it's not. So we decided to try out some of our onboard cameras on New Zealand's top drag cars to show you what it was all about and to see how the cameras would cope. This is the top street final of the recent Northern Nationals between Sam Levine and Wayne Grimmer. All looks good from the outside. Grimmer takes the win. Yes, we saw Levine's door, but we'll come back to that in a minute. For now, let's go through that run again, but from inside the cars. Firstly, on board with Grimmer the winner. Off the launch, manually changing the gear. Cross the finish line. Grab the chute. Too easy. Now on board with Levine. Working a little bit harder. And boom! Quick look, casual as you like. Come to a stop. Now what really happened?
Bloody blew the f***ing door off. Jesus, literally. Son of a
Okay, so the cameras worked in Top Street. What about a door slammer? This is Bobby Owen in a bye run winning the top door slammer final. Well, Bobby's a busy man in the cockpit at the end of the run, and unfortunately that's all we can show you because there was so much vibration the camera didn't want to know about it.
Did you see it? She went across to the fence.
Well, if it won't work inside a door slammer, how's it going to go outside on a top alcohol rail? This is John Neelan winning the top alcohol final, the fastest ever run in New Zealand in one of these cars at nearly 250 miles an hour. Now that up there by the wing is our super sophisticated, very high dollar, high definition onboard camera. Let's jump on board, see what John sees on the run. Hard launch, oh, feeling a bit sick, camera doesn't know what to do. And if this is what the camera's feeling like, imagine what John's going through. Only when it's across the finish line does the camera decide to get brave enough to take another look. Well, back to the drawing board, looks like we've got some work to do with the cameras. Okay, so 250 miles an hour is out. Let's go back for another look at a door slammer. No. Can't even cope with a burnout. So what does all this tell us? Well, if even the best camera equipment we can get our hands on can't cope with it, next time you watch one of these cars go down the track, just think about what the drivers are going through. And all this fun on NZV8 TV has been brought to you by Smith's Group, suppliers of leading automotive brands, and NAC Insurance. Not quite standard? Well, neither are they. Check them out on nac.co.nz. And that concludes Season 2 of NZV8 TV. Thanks for watching, have a very Merry Christmas, and be safe out there. We want to see you back for Season 3. Now, we didn't have a question, but if we had, the answer would have been V8.